Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am back on War Thunder, and I'm going to be doing a quick overview and then a test drive of the Sd.Kfz 234-3, which is of course the only tanker's prize vehicle for the good old summer event. Now the first thing you'll notice is the rank and the rating. So the other two Sd.Kfz 234s sit at rank 2. One of which has a rating of 2.7 and the other of which has a rating of 3.0. This one is a rank 1 with a rating of 1.7. Now, the chassis is the same, so that's obviously not the reason for the down tier and the rating being lowered. The main reason is most likely the gun. This is a short 75 K51L24 cannon. Now, the main reason this isn't at a higher rating, such as 2.0 or something, is at 2.0 it will end up facing vehicles that it will be incredibly difficult to pin with this gun effectively. The gun obviously is good for lower tiers. It's a lower tier gun. If you've driven the early Panzer IVs a lot, if you've somehow up-tiered them a little bit, it is difficult to pin the enemy tank's armour, such as on vehicles like the Cromwell, or even stuff like Crusaders. It's difficult to pin. So it is good that this tank's a bit lower, allowing you to have a bit more fun with the vehicle. Now the turret rotation speed is 10.6 degrees per second. That's not a huge deal though, as the only bit of the turret that does turn doesn't turn that much. It's only this small frontal bit, in a very similar way to the other 234, the -4 variant, which was given out for last year's Operation Summer, and that has the long 75mm cannon. Vertical guidance is -10 degrees and +16 degrees. You know, that's it's not bad. It does mean that you can use this as a hull-down tank if you want to. The gun isn't best for long-range sniping though, but if you get good with the gun and you can do that, then definitely give that a go, and that'll at least protect your frontal armour from being penned quite a bit. Reload rate of 4.1 seconds, not bad whatsoever. There are of course better lower tier vehicles with a faster reload, but you know, it's not really a reload rate to be upset about. It's definitely quite a good reload rate. Crew of 4, of course, you've got the loader, the commander, the gunner, and the driver. Mass of 11.5 tons, very light. Of course, as I said before, it is a fast vehicle. The Sd.Kfz 234s, and indeed all armoured cars, are very light, mainly due to the reason most of them at least, are designed to be fast, agile vehicles. That's their main advantage. Engine power is 210 horsepower at 2,200 RPM. Maximum speed is 56 miles per hour. Of course, as I said, it is a fast, agile vehicle. That's what it's designed to be. I find these vehicles are very good in urban sort of maps, in cities and towns and stuff, for zooming around and taking out enemies. Visibility is 84%, so you know it's pretty good. Jumping over to armour, you'll see that it's a variety. Most of the turret section is made up of 14.5mm. Frontal armour is the less angled bits are 30mm, and there's this more angled section which is 15. Sides are a major weakness. The main bulk of the tank's made up of 8mm rolled homogeneous, but then you've got the side bits which are 4. Of course, you do have the inner section as well. But, you know, I can imagine this having... The armour's not the best, obviously. Like if we go to protection analysis and we switch this out for a, say, let's just go for a British sort of reserve, the A13 Mark 1, and you'll see that penetration is possible in majority of the armour. The only bit that isn't possible is on the more angled sections, and the frontal upper plate, which is an angled 30mm piece of steel. Everywhere else, it's pretty much possible from, of course, not every angle. If you angle the armour, it will make it a bit more difficult. Penetration possibility is low on most places on the front if you're angled, but I can imagine that. But then they can still pen from the side, so angling the armour probably won't help you a huge amount. Going to X-ray there, we'll see you've got all the standard stuff. You've got the transmission, engine, radiator, you've got the crew. All of the shells look to be on the floor, apart from some of which are up here and on the sides, but none are really that high up. So if you are using it as a hull down tank, you are going to protect a lot of your shells, which will basically give you a near to no risk of being ammo racked. Going to modifications, we'll see that you've got all these various shells. You've got APC-BC, heat rounds, some more heat rounds, HE, and then you also have a smoke round. So definitely something to put in there. Just maybe 1 or 2 of them each game, just to keep you covered. Personally, the the APC-BC is probably going to be quite good. It's got 56mm of penetration at 0 degrees at 10 meters. The heat, on the other hand, the best version, the HLGR38C, has got 100mm at every single range, so that might be the best one to use for fighting enemy vehicles. And then other than that, you have all the standard modifications, parts, FPE, all those sort of things, so quite basic. And you do get artillery support, which is quite useful in lower tier. So now that we looked at all that, let's jump off and look at the customization, and then we're going to go and do a test drive. So as you can see, I do actually have the Japanese tank emblem, or the emblem of the Armored Forces Japan, on the front of my vehicle. I got that when I got this as well. Quite an interesting looking design there, does look very nice. Now there are some other paint schemes you can have. Bicolor camouflage, quite standard. I believe that's the same camo that was stock on the previous Operation Summer Puma. Spots. Winter camouflage waves. Now that is a very interesting camo. I might consider getting that. And then of course the winter camo that can be unlocked by getting so many kills. In this case 50 players defeated, but of course in RB that's only 25, and that's just a winter camouflage. Well, now that we looked at that, let's jump in and do a test drive. I'm going to take all the normal shells. Not going to bother taking the smoke one, as we won't need it. Realistic battles, quite basic settings there. So here we are in the test drive. So first off, we're just going to test the speed and the sort of turning of the vehicle. So if I remember, yeah, these do turn very quickly because of the basically 8-wheel steering, which definitely isn't something to be ashamed of. Of course, low tier vehicle, no stabilization on the guns, so it does bump quite a bit. It is quite difficult to shoot on the move. Let's give it a go. Yeah, see, quite difficult. So what you want to do is you want to stop the vehicle, get aimed up, fire, and there you go. So now I'm going to switch to the best round, which I believe is the third one. Now this has got 100mm pen at all ranges, so what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can hit this T44. Nope. Aim higher. There we go. So as you can see, it penned the T44 turret, so not bad whatsoever. Try and take out T34, because you won't face T34s most likely, but it is always good to know that you can destroy them. Okay, took out the transmission. He can no longer drive theoretically. Fire, and there we go. Hit the ammo rack. He exploded. So now this is going to be a good opportunity to see what we can actually destroy. So, of course, this gun, as you can see, the amount that the shell actually curves in the air is quite a bit. So you will have to aim quite high to actually take anything out. Now, I don't like guns like that. I love guns where it's just nice and easy. It's sort of point and shoot. But, you know, it's a bit more skill required for this, so you do have to get used to it. Now, personally, for me, I have not played German tanks in months. So, you know, driving this thing, get me a little bit of research for the Leopard 1 that I'm currently researching. And also just sort of get me back into that play style for light German vehicles. See if we can do this again, keep it relatively level. No, okay. So as you can see that the gun does jump very quickly, so shooting on the move is quite a difficult thing. So, okay, that is not going to go over that turret, so let's go around. So let's try and hit him again. So this time I'm going to aim a little bit higher. There we go, crew knocked out. So now we have a KV-2 to fight. So let's try and take him out. So we've got to aim nice and high. There we go, so that went through the KV-2's armour. So let's try and aim for the rear of the KV-2 turret. See if we can get an ammo rack. Oh, okay, so non-pen there. That was just on the bottom of the turret. But let's go onto this road. Good opportunity to test out the speed of the vehicle. Although, unfortunately, I am out of those best heat shells. So I think for this vehicle, at least, heat shells are your best bet. The 100mm penetration one, though, might not be the best for lower tier. Main reason being that a lot of lower tier vehicles, that would just go straight through, possibly. So maybe just try using others. But, you know, it depends what you're facing, I guess. So always do take some in anyway, there. There we go. It's doing quite a bit of damage here. Maybe going for the chassis would be the best bet for this final shot. Okay, he's on fire. I'm going to leave him to burn. And there's another T-34 on the move, so let's try and shoot at him. Okay, so this can be a difficult thing to do. And fire. Let's see how it does against frontal armor. Okay, there we go. He's on fire as well. Still moving though, so we're going to try and do another shot. There we go. Radiator and fuel tank. Hopefully he will just eventually explode. Okay, that went over. He's getting closer. But yeah, as you can see, the actual rotation of the gun is not very much. Only about 10-15 degrees. But still, that's not a problem. It's half decent. Now, I wonder if we can take out the T-10. That could be definitely something interesting to look at. Oh, that T-34 is slowly dying. There we go. Let's go up a little. There we go, he's dead. Okay, so now we're going to go for the T-10M and see if we can damage that. Now that, of course, is a very heavily armoured vehicle. I doubt we can. I do know at least the Pack Puma, the one from the last year's Operation Summer, could pen these sort of things. The gun was incredibly good. It could take out T-64Bs, definitely. If you have that, something entertaining to do in Tank Realistic. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's just go for the side armor at first. Oh, okay. Okay, so it can kill the T-10. What's that last one? Let's go for that. The IS-4. Okay, we're going to go for the IS-4 in that case. Okay, so here we go. So here is the IS-4. Let's just try and go for a side armor shot. Yeah, I highly doubt this is actually going to go in, though. Just going to wreck the track, really. Now, I wonder if we can shoot into the engine somehow. Because the top armor tends to be quite weak on these things. Ricochet. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen. But it was worth a try at least, so, yeah. Wonder if this shell will do any different. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to do this, so, I think now is probably a good time to end the video there. So that was the Sd.Kfz 234-3. Overall, I think it's going to be an incredibly fun vehicle. I'm going to do some games in it when I finish recording this video, and when I finish editing. And, you know, hopefully have a video up sometime this week of a good game. I will also have Rare of the Week for the IS-7. That's going to be starting next week. So it's going to be next week I'll be starting my main sort of schedule, where it's going to be Rare of the Week on Saturdays basically. At least for my time zone it'll be the evening. Then we're going to have Premium Review on a Wednesday. And then other days of the week will be gameplay, that sort of stuff. I will also have a gameplay video coming soon on the T-34-100, where I got a very good game in that, so do look out for that. But anyway, so there we go. Operation Summer event vehicle. Overall, very good. If you haven't got it yet, or you haven't started, there's plenty of opportunity. You don't need to do much to get it. Just 2 tasks, and there's going to be plenty of them. So you know, just go get them done and get the tasks. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like. Maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be very much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.